Good morning, I'm Dana Fernandez, and today I'll be presenting Play 2 Connect. So for Who is a family of two with one help. So Victoria is a single mother to a 2-year-old daughter. She has chronic insomnia, and she is also a fashion designer. She is also an avid collector of luxury handbags and has a collection of 63 pairs of shoes, and also a big fan of Filipino craftsmanship. Next is Sophia. Sophia is a 2-year-old daughter of Victoria. She has Asperger's syndrome and owns lots of building blocks. Next is Mara. Mara is a live in house help. She cooks, cleans, and takes care of Sophia when she's busy. As a whole, they prefer to prepare their own food. They also are into organic living, and they also own two pets, a Persian long haired cat and a toy poodle. For the what, it's a property of bungalow glass house. It has a ceiling height of 12 feet and an area of 115.31 square meters, and the space has an irregular shape with the space requirements of living area, dining area, kitchen, toilet and bath, sleeping area, storage spaces, workspace, foyer, and laundry area. So for the where, it's located in Antipolo, Rizal, Philippines. For the social, of course, coming to a new house, they have to adapt to the new environment. So considerations on design planning and layouting for children with Asperger's syndrome and adults with chronic insomnia. For economical, since Antipolo is the new capital of Rizal province, it is classified as a first-class city. So there is also a lot of tourism in this place, so the problem is that the cost of living in Antipolo City is very high. And next is in the environmental, it's characterized as hilly and mountainous. So it also has earned the title of the city in the sky, and the residential areas are bound with gated communities, so this will give them more privacy. And while the weather, of course, just like the Philippines, it's hot and during the wet, it's partly cloudy. So the problem is that this place is very heavily prone to traffic. So of course, this will have problems in the house because the noise can be too much for Victoria and Sophia. Next, for my strategies and needs, so of course, they need an organized and easy flowing layout for the family to live comfortably. So this will be clearly divided spaces by their function using colors, textures, and visual aids to help. Next is a fully maximized house that is easy to maintain. So using porcelain tiles will be a good use, and also heavy and durable furniture such as velvet sofa, hug chairs, and hard oak wood coffee table, and round and curved furnitures. Next is a full functional kitchen. So a full functional kitchen will require customized kitchen cabinets with full storage, built-in appliances, and next is to have a full functional toilet and bath. For the toilet and bath, they should have non-slip surfaces to the tub and bathroom floors, and floor drains and protecting surfaces in the bathroom in case for water flooding, and safety features like grab bars, and non-slip mosaic tiles for the shower flooring. Next is a full functional laundry area. So in the laundry, there would be built-in washing machine and built-in ironing board. Next is for the plants. They wanted to have a herb garden, so of course, this should include parsley, mint, dill, rosemary, basil. And in the workspace, Victoria should have a working desk, a working high table, a wardrobe rack, an ergonomic chair, and built-in shelves for Victoria's materials and to reduce clutter, and a mirror. Next, for the uh, walk-in closet, there should be floor-to-ceiling for Victoria's clothes, a display unit for her collections, and a shelf dedicated for Victoria's clothes. Next is for their lighting. Of course, they should have LED lighting. So since lights can tend to flicker, so this will bother Sophia since she very sensitive to light. So using LED will avoid this problem. So dimmable lights can make it easier to control on what lightings they want, and also ambient and diffuse lighting will also refuse the glares, and also the use of cove lighting, so this will be recessed to the ceiling so it will be hidden and it won't be too much on the eyes. And of course they should have good ventilation to the overall house, so they should have indoor plants to fight against the indoor air pollution. And then next is since it's a glass house, they would have acoustically double glazed windows to reduce exterior noise, and to have window film, so this will avoid the glares from the sun. And then next, here is my map. And then here is my concept. So my concept is flow. So flow is basically the action of or fact of moving along in a steady continuous stream. So arguably the more important size of the space is that how people flow in the room. So traffic flow is very crucial when it comes to layout of a space. It's not all about furniture, even how the focal points and walls can impact how a person can move, especially considering how Sophia has Asperger's syndrome and how they also have pets in the house. So here is my bubble diagram and then my adjacency metrics. So here is my floor plan. So in my floor plan, when you enter, you'll be immediately greeted by the foyer. So in the foyer, this is where the clients will stay or the guests will stay. And when they stay here, they would see the display unit, which will feature all her gowns or her best gowns that will be displayed. And it's separated. The areas are actually separated. So here, the right side will be the public space, and the left side will be the private space. In the public space, it's the living, dining, and kitchen. So the living area, dining, kitchen are separated by a built-in TV unit or and the walls. So I wanted the dining area to be private because of course this is where the family mostly spend time together, where they can eat together, and to not distract them from anything happening to the living and kitchen, they could focus on them among themselves and also have the view of the Manila skyline. And on the left side, you will be greeted by the workspace. So the workspace is for Victoria. It has enough storage and her own fitting room for the clients and enough space so she can move along and use her fabrics or even fit her clients. And in the bedrooms, so the master bedroom and Sophia's bedroom, it is accessible, and Victoria can go to Sophia's room with this sliding door. So in just for more safety measurements, and of course Victoria has her own walk-in closet, and then they also have a shared bathroom. And as Sophia grows older, it's important to also have a shared-in bathroom because it can tend to be very slippery, and just for more safety measurements. Next is my RCP. In my RCP, I have 12 light fixtures, and the main light fixture would be the LED recessed downlight. So this downlight has 3 switches that can turn to warm white, cool white, and soft white. So of course, it's very important because they could adjust it on how they feel during that day, during that how they feel, so that in case maybe the lightings are too bright or too much, they could adjust it on how they want or and how they prefer. And also there's also the use of cove lighting in each room, so this will reduce the glarings or the glarings from the lighting, so it's recessed so it won't be too harsh on the eyes. Next is my floor covering plan. In my floor covering plan, I've mentioned my main flooring would be white marble Calacta Oro porcelain tiles. So porcelain very durable and very scratch resistant. Of course, having pets, they tend to scratch a lot or they tend to very unruly or they could like cause damages to the tiles. But for porcelain tiles, it's very durable and very scratch resistant, and uh, it's also good with water prone areas, since we would be using this for the whole room, for the whole layout of the house. So the kitchen and laundry are prone to water, so using porcelain tiles can avoid this damage. And it's also very and they could also maintain this easily rather than using real marble, which is very high maintenance. Next, for the workspace, you'll be using hardwood flooring oak, since hardwood flooring is very good for heavy traffic places and good for workspaces. Next, for the bedroom and master bedroom, they would be using carpet tiles, since carpet can actually reduce the noise from the outside. And also for Sophia, in case that she plays a lot and maybe she can fall, having a carpet floor can avoid any hard injuries. And in for the bathrooms, they would have non-slip tiles. So since it's very prone to water, having non-slip tiles would be a good use. Next, for the elevation, so this is my elevation A. For the first elevation, you could see her Victoria's walk-in closet. It's a full floor to ceiling, so they'll have enough ample storage for her luxury items, for her bags. This then has a shelvings for her luggages, and then a floor to ceiling space for her collection of shoes. Next is for the office. In the office space, also floor to ceiling storage space for her materials, for her fabrics, and also there's a wall mounted pole just for just to give more space rather than having a closet. This would so she could see her gowns easier and it has more access, and since it's also very high, since gowns are very big, so you having this will have enough space and it won't make the room feel smaller. And then, as mentioned, I would be adding a window film in silver with anti-UV rays. So this will give them more privacy, since in the outside they wouldn't be able to see them, but like when you go in, it's still clear. You can still see the outside, but then in you can still see from the outside, but when you go outside you won't be able to see, since it will be in mirror. It will be mirrored. Next is my elevation B. In elevation B, this is the workspace. It's also floor to ceiling storage unit, and it's actually open, since she would be displaying her fabrics, so it'll be easier to see which ones. And there would be drawers just for her more storage, maybe for her materials like her maybe pencils, pens. And then next is the kitchen. It's a full functional kitchen. It's with a kitchen overhead cabinets. And then next, elevation C. In elevation C, here is also her workspace. As mentioned, I'll be using poles just to put her gowns or clothes, since as mentioned, gowns tends to be really big, so having this feature can help and can help have more access for her gowns overall. And last is my perspectives. Here is my perspectives. That's all. Thank you for listening.